Hey guys, so today I'm here with a comparison between two of the major PC gaming scenes. Now on one hand we have Steam, and Steam, as I'm sure if any of you ever play PC games, you'll know about Steam. It's a great way to get all kinds of games for pretty cheap, and it's an overall really great thing. On the other hand, there's this brand new thing called Onlive. Now, Onlive works a little bit differently. It actually, instead of running the games on your computer, it merely streams them over the internet. Both have their pros and cons, so I'll go ahead and compare them and kind of give you guys my thoughts and my opinions on them both. So to begin with, let's go ahead and take a look at Steam. Now, if you ever play PC games, more than likely you've at least made a Steam account. You've played it at least a little bit. And there's definitely a really great reason for that. Steam is really excellent. Now, actually, this is one of the perfect things. They've actually having a holiday sale right now. And the games are very cheap. I mean, you can see here, like, for example, there's Modern Warfare, the original, for like $15. Assassin's Creed, Just Cause 2. There are a lot of really cheap games, which is one of the major things I like about Steam, is that it's not going to be like, it's continuously, $60 or whatever, the most expensive games are. They have some really good deals, and of course they have an excellent selection of games. So on top of that, there's actually quite a few other things, so go ahead and take a look. You can see here's all the top sellers and everything like that. But another cool thing about this is that they actually have packs. So actually, this is a perfect thing. Go ahead and show you this pack. So that you can actually go ahead and purchase a lot of games at once. So as you can see here, you can get all the 2K games, so BioShock, Borderlands, all kinds of these games. You can get them in packs. So actually, this is a really good one. You can see you get all of these games. I'm not even going to try to count all of these. And you can see here, it's $400 worth of games for $80. So there are tons and tons of really great deals in Steam. Now, a couple of really good things about Steam is that it automatically updates all your games, so no big deal. It'll always be running in the background. So anytime there's an update to any of your games, it'll automatically download and install it, no problem. In addition, you can also go ahead and add friends and play together too, which is very cool. So overall, I really like Steam. If you have a decent computer, then really, in my opinion, this is the best way to go. If you have a decent Windows computer, rather. If you have a Mac, there are a few games that are pretty good. However, for the most part, most games are only going to run on Windows. So really, if you have a nice computer and you want to go ahead and get into some pretty hardcore gaming, Steam is going to be an excellent way to do it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Onlive. Onlive is a very different kind of thing compared to Steam, as it is an entirely different experience that allows you to play pretty much any game you want, no matter what hardware you're running. Now basically what this means is that it's really more dependent on your internet connection than what your specs of your computer are, because all of the games are run on a server somewhere else, wherever they have their servers. And basically it has, they have a massive amount of computers that run the games and merely stream it to your computer. Now what this means is that you can occasionally have some laggy gameplay. Now I absolutely will attest to that. But it all really depends on your internet connection and how decent it is and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and just show you guys a couple of the cool things. So you can go ahead and actually purchase games through Onlive. As you can see here, there's a very cool little interface here. So we can go ahead. The games are generally pretty reasonable. I would like to see, generally they aren't quite as cheap as on Steam. Sometimes it kind of depends, of course, but you can go ahead here. There's definitely, I will say this, there's definitely a much narrower selection than what you might find on Steam. I'll go ahead and just show you guys all the games right here. There are not that many games on here. However, there are a decent amount. For example, Assassin's Creed, Batman, Arkham Asylum, Dirt 2, although you can't actually purchase Dirt 2 right now, Just Cause 2. There are quite a few of them that, they're going to be, it's going to be enough to keep you busy for a little while. But definitely if you're looking for a lot of the cooler games, such as, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Left 4 Dead, any of those games, you're definitely going to need to go ahead and take a look over at Steam. So we'll go ahead and just back out here. But now, I'll go ahead and show you guys some gameplay in just a second, but there are a couple other things that I do want to show you. So the arena is something pretty cool. It basically allows you to go ahead and take a look at anybody playing all of these games. So as you can see here, these are all different games, and people are actually playing them right now. So if I want, we can go ahead and take a look at, for example, here we go, somebody's playing Wheelman. And like I said, guys, these are all live games playing right now. So if we want to go ahead and watch somebody play Just Cause 2, and go ahead and click on that. And this is somebody right now live playing Just Cause 2. And it's very cool. Now this actually should give you a pretty decent idea of what the performance of the games are. In general, a lot of times they actually do look a little bit better than what you might find on For example, you know, the Xbox or the PlayStation 3. However, it's kind of a little bit hazy, and of course on YouTube, you know, the quality's not going to be quite perfect, but a lot of times the video looks a little bit hazy, a little bit out of focus. It's not the biggest deal in the world. However, you know, it's definitely not, you're not going to get quite the experience if you were going to be playing a game on Steam. So overall, Onlive is a great way to go if you have a lower power computer. So basically, the only real hardware specs that, as far as I can see, is that it needs to be able to play roughly 720p video. That's the major thing. If your computer is capable of doing that, which most even netbooks are these days, and of course this is going to be great for a Mac as well, as obviously there aren't that many games available on the Mac. So if your computer is capable of that, that's going to be great. Now the other major thing is your internet connection. You definitely need a pretty beefy internet connection. You know, they recommend probably 2, 3, 4, 5 megabits down. Most of you guys probably will have an internet connection like that, but the good thing is Onlive, you can go ahead and download it and play it. You know, go ahead and play free trials and all that kind of stuff and kind of get used to it. Personally, where I live, I have a little bit of lag. It's usable, but it's not amazing. But of course, depending on your connection, it could run really quite nicely. Now, another really cool thing about Onlive is that there's actually a console. I'm sure some of you guys have been seeing the ads and they've been trying to get the word out. For $100, you can go ahead and buy the Onlive console, which is pretty much the exact same thing. It just comes with a controller and you just hook it up to your TV. But it works the same way, same game, same everything, and so the experience shouldn't be any different. So basically what I recommend is you guys can go ahead and download and run Onlive for free. Try a free trial or two, kind of see how it works, and then you can go ahead and make a decision from there. Either way, though, both consoles and both platforms do have their very pros and cons and everything. So I definitely recommend go ahead and try them both out and see what works best for you. Personally, I think I'm going to go ahead and be sticking to Steam for now. Maybe once Onlive develops a little bit, matures, gets some better, looks a little bit better, has less bandwidth restrictions and all that kind of stuff, I think I might go ahead and play it more. But for now, I'm going to probably go ahead and stick with Steam. So anyway, guys, that's it. And just wanted to go ahead and give you guys this comparison. Try to just kind of tell you a little bit about the pros and cons of each. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.